What is up, bros and broettes? I am Inkslasher, and today we're talking about a brand new community update that came out today for Infinite Warfare. Now, if you don't know what a community update is, it's basically like a message from the developers of the game to the people who play the game. One of the biggest complaints players were having early in Infinite Warfare's lifecycle is that they were kind of just changing shit with the game, but not telling any of the players what was going on. So it seems like one of the things Infinity Ward is really trying to do is promote communication between the players of the game and the developers. And recently they've been putting out these community updates telling the players what they're actually changing with the game and what's expected to come in the near or shortly distant future. So they tend to release these community updates pretty much monthly, telling us about the information that's soon to come to Infinite Warfare. And this one we got in February was actually pretty damn meaty. So this came out actually today, and the one thing that is kind of negative that came out of it has to do with custom emblems. If you remember, maybe late last week, I mentioned that custom emblems went live for a total of like 5 minutes, and then they went offline very quickly. Well, we got some bad news to do with that. So in the community update it said, in our last community update, we mentioned that our emblem editor would be coming by the end of February. We need to extend our final testing by a few weeks, so we're now aiming for the release of the emblem editor by mid-March. So it's not going to be out until mid-March. It kind of sucks, but it's good that they're trying to really polish it up and make it so it's good. So they do go on to apologize about that and continue to say that they're just really working on the final polish of it, making sure it really works properly for its final release, which I'm really glad that they actually came out and told us, as opposed to it just not coming out in February and people being like, what the hell, where's the emblem editor? So it's good that they did mention that and that they did bring that up to their audience. It does suck that we have to wait to mid-March to actually get our hands on that emblem editor, however. So it actually took me a couple of reads through this community update to really get a handle on what they are actually adding by the end of this month, and as far as I'm concerned, the way that they worded this whole thing, they're only adding one real thing by the end of this month. So the exact wording of how they word it is this. So they said, first off, by the end of the month, we are adding 360-degree rig rotation to all rig models in our menus, so you can see what your rig customization looks like from all angles. Alongside this, we will have an update to the winner's circle in which your rigs will be carrying the last weapon you used in a match, your personal vanity weapon, so to speak, for all your taunting impulses. So really the only thing that is guaranteed to be added in by the end of the month is these two things. That is the way that the community update is worded. Everything else that they said they were adding, they didn't put a specific date on or even a timeline, assumably because if there needs to be patches or fixes, they don't want to screw up like they did with the custom emblems and put a timeline on that they can't meet. So assumably these two things will be the only things added in before the end of the month, which is like another week. The next thing that they said was this. Second, we are going to be adding in new content on a regular basis to keep the gameplay fresh. Be sure to visit the Quartermaster regularly to see the new items your robot friend has to offer. What this means to me is make sure you're subscribed to the channel, because I'll keep you guys updated whenever they add new content. Because, let's be honest, you don't always see those in-game prompts when they add new items, so if you subscribe to the channel, I'll always keep you updated on when new things are added. For example, I'm keeping you updated on this post. But then the big thing that they said was the second last paragraph had a whole bunch of information in it on things soon to come to the game. So I'm going to go ahead and read this last paragraph through beginning to end so you can hear everything that they're going to add, and then we're going to break it down bit by bit to just reassure the things that they are adding for sure. So the paragraph says this. Looking ahead, we will be adding a new mission team with its own equipment and gear to chase, increasing prestige levels to grant a fresh challenge to our most skilled players, providing some new features to Scorestreaks, the Quartermaster, and more, such as a community poll giving you a say in picking the upcoming week-long and featured game mode. That is awesome. That is something that needed to be in Call of Duty for a very long time. All right, so after reading this, to me, it seems like there's really three things that they are going to be adding. The first of which is a new mission team. And the thing is with the new mission team is we've actually known for a while that they were going to be adding one. The thing with it is Infinity Ward themselves didn't announce that it was actually coming until today. So it is official. We are going to be getting a fifth mission team. If you didn't already know, there was a full cutscene put into the game in the game game code that you couldn't actually see. The cutscene was actually for a mission team called Blood Anvil, and I'll actually leave a link to that down in the description. So yeah, it's called Blood Anvil, and the only other thing that they really said in this paragraph is that with its own equipment and gear to chase. Now, that makes it sound like that by playing as the mission team Blood Anvil, you're going to be able to unlock specific grenades and things like that you can't unlock any other way. I don't think it means that. What I more think it means is that by playing as Blood Anvil, you'll be able to unlock new weapon variants and that kind of thing. Weapon accessories, different weapon camos. I don't think there's going to be specific grenades for that mission team. That being said, it would be pretty cool if they did that. But like I said, I think this is going to be very similarly set up to the way the mission teams are set up now, where the rewards you get are things like weapon variants, camos, accessories, that kind of thing, not equipment like it's worded in the paragraph itself. And like I said before, this paragraph starts with looking ahead. It doesn't say this month or later this month or anything like that, so I really wouldn't expect any of these things in February. I think they'll just be coming soon to Infinite Warfare. The next thing it says is that they are increasing the prestige levels. Now, I don't quite know whether that means they're going to be adding more prestiges or whether that means they're going to be adding like a master prestige where it goes up to like 1,000 levels like it did in Black Ops 3. It just means that they're adding more levels in one way or another. And the final thing it says is that they're going to be providing some new features for score streaks. Now, we've heard about this for a very long time, that they're going to be adding score streak variants, and I'm assuming that this is what they're talking about here, that they're going to be adding in those soon. They didn't really give us any hints of how they're going to be implementing them, whether they're just going to be strictly supply drop items, whether you're going to be able to buy them via salvage. I've heard that you can buy them via salvage, and they're actually pretty cheap, but that was just a rumor, just like the leak itself on Reddit. So, we do now know, guaranteed, it's been announced by Infinity Ward that they will be making some changes to some score streaks. Assumably, that means score streak variants. So in a previous video, I actually mentioned that how when I went down to Infinity Ward, they said that they wanted to be adding weekly events or something along those lines. It seems like they're actually going to be giving us a way to vote for the events that go on that weekend. I don't know whether that means different types of weapon bribes or that kind of thing. We'll be able to vote for that, or whether it's going to be voting for double XP, or whether it's going to be voting for different game modes. However, there is going to be a way for us to interact to actually decide what's going to go on different weekends. I think that's a very cool thing and a very great way developers can interact with their fans and give them some choice in what they actually get to play. I think that's a very good thing to add, and I'm shocked that they haven't added it in earlier to other Call of Duties. If you guys remember, there was actually a way to do this in Halo 3, a game that came out years and years ago. You could actually vote on what game modes that they introduced every single weekend. I'm shocked that Call of Duty hasn't done this, and it's really great that they're finally adding something like this in. But guys, that is it. That is everything that they announced in this community update. Let me know what you think about all of it down in the comments below. I'll be reading all the comments. I'll be talking to you guys down there, so let me know what you think. What stuff do you enjoy? What stuff do you hate? Let me know what you think about it down in the comments. On top of that, I've actually had a really insanely busy week with a mix between YouTube and school. YouTube's going incredibly well. You guys are always leaving so many likes on the videos, and the views are going up and up and up, and I really do appreciate that. On top of that, I think I have 3 midterms and 3 or 4 projects due this week. It's absolutely insane. It's the week before spring break for my college, so it's just freaking mental. So if I've uploaded this gameplay before, I am really sorry. I just didn't know if I did or not, and didn't have time to actually play some Infinite Warfare to get some new gameplay. So if you've seen this gameplay before, I'm really sorry, but I didn't have time to record any. But like I said, thank you guys so much for hitting the like buttons on the videos. It just really makes me want to keep creating content for you guys, and I'm really, really thankful for it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, you can hit that subscribe button. I upload new Call of Duty videos every single day. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and until next time, peace out.